Hey y'all, it's Kandu TV. How y'all doing today? I want to speak today on a few things. A lot of people ask me how I got started, what made me get started, and how it's been going so far. And so I want to touch on a few things. Before we get started, like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll get right into it. So today I want to talk about how I made my first 15,000 in the dumpster rental business. It's really no secret formula to how I made my first 15,000 in the dumpster rental business, other than blood, sweat, hard work, and just really getting out there and this. I mean, I would say within my first 3 weeks after getting my tags, registration, registered, before I even got my trailer, I went out there, got out there, start out there scrapping, like I mentioned before, scrapping, which is picking up metals, aluminum, coppers, steel, different things like that, just to get a feel for getting active. Because I was by no means any handyman, anything like that. Had very low skills as far as being a handyman. So I just wanted to get my hands involved in some things, just to kind of see like what I could do, what I was capable of. And I was surprised. I was able to assemble things that I didn't know I could assemble until I actually went out and bought tools for different things, just tools. I didn't even have anything in mind on what I would be working on, but I just went and bought tools, knowing that it would come in handy. And I went out there, got me some magnets, put on my truck with my number, Kandu dumpsters. I told people that they can call for free quotes. I got cards made. A lot of people thought, like, what are you doing? You don't even have anything going. You don't even know what you're doing. But my main thing was just to get out there and just get going, just to get some motion going. I drove around and I eventually ran into people. One of my first guys I ran into was an AC guy. He let me come to his house. He had a pile of ACs units on the side of his home. He let me collect them. He let me break them up. I end up throwing away a lot of stuff because I didn't know much about the scrap metal business until I ran into a few people and they were like, "Hey man, you're throwing away good stuff." So I ended up learning more, learning how to capitalize more on the scrapping business, and that helped me a lot. I also ran into guys that were into landscaping. And by the way, I set up all this on my Google account. I set up a Google account simultaneously as I'm beating the streets up. Set up my Google account, had my friends hack it, as far as giving me good ratings. All the people I have done jobs for went out, people calling me, "Hey, I noticed you have a 5-star rating." They're calling me, I'm gaining traction, and I'm getting repeat customers. As people are seeing me out, they're seeing my magnets, they're calling me, and I'm gaining traction. And that's all you really need. Once you get some traction going, day for day, you will gain more momentum. And that's just the way it goes. I can't explain it, but it's just, I guess, what they would call the laws of attraction. So I went out there, ended up meeting another guy who's my buddy to this day, Dave Darko. He has a rental business. He has three dumpsters as well. He introduced me to some roofers. Ever since that day, I've been working with roofers nonstop daily. So you want to find some guys that need you, guys that's doing constant work, and maybe you can build a relationship, a valuable relationship where they trust you, they want to keep you around, and you can keep steady, constant work. And that's what happened with me. And it won't be hard for you to do the same thing in your neighborhood. Just stay vigilant, stay aware of what's going on, what's moving, what's profitable in your neighborhood, and right now. I'm in Florida. I'm in Tampa Bay, one of the biggest building markets. A lot of house booming, a lot of construction. So I was able to capitalize on construction workers as well as roofing. So stay vigilant, stay aware. Like I say, always do your research on your market. And that was one of the ways I ended up being able to generate 15 grand in 6 months, because that's only been going a little over 6 months now. I've been going for about 8 months. So that's a couple of ways that I generated over 15 grand in 6 months. And so I want to let you guys know that if I can do it, you guys can do it. Stay aware, keep vigilant, and just keep up the hard work. Every day you get up, look into something. There's apps out there. There's delivery service apps out there for trucks, for trailers, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later in some future videos. But I just wanted to touch briefly that if you can make 15 grand in the dumpster rental business, if I could make 15 grand in the dumpster rental business, excuse me, you can make 15 grand in the dumpster rental business in a relatively short amount of time. So I wanted to touch on that, speak on that. Kandu Dumpster, this is Ish here. Like and subscribe, like I said before. I'm out. See you.